My initial velocity in polar form is 50 meters per second at an angle of 36.8 degrees. To put it into rectangular form, in other words, to find out the horizontal and vertical components, well, I'm dealing with a vector of size 50 here, breaking it into horizontal and vertical components, in other words, perpendicular components. This is 36.8 degrees. And I now need to figure out the adjacent and the opposite sides. Which trig function is associated with the adjacent side?
Cosine.
Say it again.
Cosine.
Okay. So this will be 50 times the cosine of 36.8 degrees. And the opposite side?
Sine.
And this is going to be somewhere around 40, and that will be somewhere around 30. If I pick the right angle. You get something different?
29.92.
Okay.
And,
The intent was to go for a 3, 4, 5 triangle.
right.
So given that, let's just use our rounded numbers right there. Given that, what number goes into which spot?
Cosine would be I hat, and then sine would be J hat.
All right, so this would be 40 meters per second, and this is 30 meters per second. And that's all I can pull out of the problem right so far. I now have to, this is what's given, I now have to go to the next step. I have to find time. So given this information over here, I'm going to again use my vertical to figure out the time. So given the vertical, which equation would I use to find time?
The fourth one.
Yeah. Other people could play it. All right, so if we use the fourth equation, I've got negative 40. I'm plugging in just the vertical stuff, equals 30t plus or minus, nope, forget that part, minus 1/2 or plus 1/2 times negative 10 t squared. So I end up with negative 40 is equal to 30t minus 5t squared. And it so happens we can get rid of the 5, so divide that out, we get, divide by negative 5, I get 8 is equal to negative 6t plus t squared. It's now a quadratic equation. We get it into the proper form, we use quadratic formula, and I get 0 is equal to t squared minus 6t minus 8. I am going to get 2 answers. What can you tell me about the 2 answers that we're going to get mathematically?
One is going to be before the equation starts.
Okay. Which means,
I mean, from where it's starting the equation, it's going to be to the left of that.
okay, so negative time.
Yes.
All right, so we're going to have a negative time and a positive time. Which one will have a greater magnitude?
Positive time.
Yeah. So now it's a matter of plug and chug into the quadratic formula. And again, if you don't remember what it is, although probably good to know, you can always, it'll be given to you. so t equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4 times a times c over 2a. So I'm left with 6 plus or minus the square root of